Checking my feet, bro. You're checking my feet. the third time, people. Look, when you want a feather, I was being lazy because my back was a little sore, so I was going this way. And this knife is very sharp. I sharpen this with ceramic, very sharp. But this has never been nothing. This, you'd be stuck and wouldn't even know you were stuck. And there's any of y'all that know about Macioke, they make a fine scarab knife. I have this one, the bigger one, and then I have the like machete style with the saw. So I carry these usually when I'm walking around. I should have brought old Dull Nose out. Oh, it's downstairs. Okay. I don't feel like running down. Let's remember. So, this is what I carry with me most of the time. And this is where I actually combat. That's the reason why I have this, solely for combat. And you would think that I would stab myself. No, I'm very good with knives. I was just being very lazy. And I even said to myself, watch me stab myself. And I laugh when it happens. So, this right here, I have 3 of these. And I carry other two are black. Those are the ones that I usually carry. This one I keep in the truck. And you gotta protect yourselves, people. Especially the people in those liberal states where they're trying to keep you from having a gun. Because they just want to see you drop dead. And that's it. I'm gonna say what has to be said. I don't care anymore. So anyway, let me go ahead and turn this down and see what I gotta say. First, I want to break something down for you. Because I see a lot of people still talking about magic and voodoo and this, that, and other, and shadow work and that, and I'm so tired of y'all. Like, let's go ahead and break some words down. I keep telling y'all, this language has our words in it. This is not, when I tell people this is our language, I am saying that they have used our words. They have changed things around. They have compiled a language with all different languages to put a spell over everybody. And what you believe was Babylon, no, it's in reverse. It's happening now. There was no damn Babylon. They've been telling you in the stories and then lying to you about the history. We were great. We had ships and subs. We had machines. We had things that fly. We had it all. And how come y'all not paying attention? I've got pictures of the ice wall that look like something in a cathedral with a big-ass scope for these idiots to be going through because they think they're going to fight and win out there, and they're not. There's a secret organization, a group, and I can't say no more than that. They're not going to win nothing. All right, so let's get into it. Shadow work, right? Shadow work. 8 benefits of shadow work and how to start practicing it. Shadow work's not about practicing. You're nurtured in it, and it's something that comes from far back. But the problem is shadow work. What is shadow work? The shadow work meaning is as follows: working with your unconscious mind. How the fuck can you work with an unconscious mind to uncover the parts of yourself that you repress and hide from yourself? Well, who's repressing it and who's hiding it from himself if the old ancient ones ain't here to nurture it? This is what I'm saying. You must understand what you're reading and what they put down. They tell you that you're walking dead. Why do I say that? Let's look up the word magic. And remember I always tell people magic? Yeah, I know some of y'all think that's Spanish, Hindu, or some shit. Or no. Listen, man. The meaning of magic is the use of means such as charms and spells believed to have supernatural power over natural forces. How to use magic in a sentence. Like, it's appropriate way to know how to use it in a sentence. This shows you it's a gambit of game. What is the full meaning of magic? This is how they fuck up. Magic or magic. Magic. You can even add a Z with a J. The use of means such as charms and spells believed to have supernatural power over natural forces. Magic rites are incantations. An extraordinary power of influence seemingly from from a supernatural source, both pictures, although they are older, haven't lost their magic. The spin. When you're talking about the picture, it's obviously the knuckleball, the fastball, the curveball, so let's go into supernatural. Seeing these are words they prolifically use and throw around. This is out of the Oxford Language Dictionary. Adjective, as far as an adjective, because it's supernatural. It's a connecting word of binary, super and natural. Two things that are nouns that has a meaning or substance. Of a manifestation or event. That means something that you witness or view. Attributed to some force beyond scientific understanding or the laws of nature. See, scientific is separate from natural law. Are y'all paying attention? Let me go on. Let me go in. Noun. Manifestations are events considered to be of supernatural origin, such as ghosts. A frightening manifestation of the supernatural, and there's no such thing as ghost people. That's a misdirect term to affiliate with fear. Just like spirit is. You are a source. The source is most viable. And there are those who, what they call shadow walk. Now that's something different because that's based upon an event that you may witness, but you may not be able to cooperate or understand because you have been nurtured to see or pay attention to not be afraid of it, but run and hide. So manifestation, let's get into that. To manifestation, to manifest would be an adjective, but it's not connected. So it'd just be like, what? A noun, pronoun, well, anyway, right? Noun. An event, action, or object that clearly shows or embodies something, especially a theory or an abstract idea. Theory or an abstract idea. This is how, look, embodies. Listen, something, especially, this, you need to pay attention to these words. Every one of these words we use, even right now as I am holding court with you. The parlay, which is not mutual, but you're texting, so it's a parlay. It's my visual to my vocal that gives to your auditory. An event, action. An event, what means you witnessed an action. Was an action based upon an event, right? Or an object that clearly shows or embodies. I'm not going to look that up. You look it up. Something. Especially a theory or an abstract idea. It's not even, it's fiction. I'm gonna pull this one up for y'all because I got rid of it and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pull it back up. Fiction, literature in the form of prose, especially short stories and novels that describes imaginary events and people. Invention or fabrication as opposed to fact, plural noun, fiction. Manifestation, an event, action, or object that clearly shows or embodies something, especially a theory or an abstract idea. Who remembers me breaking down theory?
Potential spam.
Yeah, fuck you. They're calling at the right time. Thank you. Because I'm about to really go in. Let's go ahead and pull up theory, which I'm not scrolling back over 1,000 things. Theory, noun. A supposition or a system of ideas meant for, to explain something. It's meant to explain, not necessarily saying it can, all right? Something, whatever it may be, elusively, especially one based on general principles independent of the thing to be explained. Outside of what you're actually, so if it's a wall, you're looking at it, I'm explaining it based on something outside of that. That makes absolutely no sense. Are y'all starting to catch on? Event, to go back to where we was over here as far as, will you stop coming down on my thing? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go back over here to manifestation. Embodies abstract ideas, blah, 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 an event, right? So we want to look at an event. Event, a thing that happens, especially one of importance. This is the noun, one of the main political events of the late 20th century. So that is a soliloquy, something that's giving me a definition. A planned public or social occasion. So what they did was, excuse me, they took, God damn it, They took supernatural adjective of a manifestation or event attributed to some force beyond scientific understanding of the laws of nature. So it's saying, is it saying beyond both? Well, obviously, if you don't know the laws of nature, how can you state such? So they're bringing something that is quasi-supposed to something that is subjugated, or something that is based upon not an abstract, because an event is actually saying a thing that happens, especially one of importance, something that you can clarify with a resource or by your visual as a fact or a reference that it can point in a direction that you're not looking at a wall, but explaining a wall away from a wall by looking at something else, which we go back to a manifestation of something that has nothing to do with supernatural. Are you getting it yet? So stop with the voodoo shit. Stop with the word magic. Stop with the shadow work. There's a natural order to things, people. And it does inquire that one learns ceremonial practices. Now, why do I use the word practices? Hey, mamma mia. Let's go into the definition. The actual application or use of an idea, belief, or method, as opposed to theories relating to it. So we leave all the others, which are steeped in theories, irrelevant to a fact, because you can explain it away, based upon science, which is fictional, because it has nothing to do with natural law, because it can't even be stated, because nobody's dealing with natural law. The principles and practice of teaching. What is teaching? I'm just going to put up the meaning. The occupation, profession, or work of a teacher, which is to what? Ideas or principles taught by an authority. Has nothing to do with truth. Now, let's go with definition. The occupation, profession, or work of a teacher. I went into teaching because I like working with children. Has nothing to do with nurturing them or making them. It's about doctrine. Teaching is about doctrines or discipline. Doctrina, disciplina. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. Teaching has nothing to do with natural order or the basic relevant instincts that are steeped in natural order. It is to misdirect, to fabricate, to bring up theories and make them relevant. To have somebody looking abstract instead of at what is talking away from. So what am I dealing with on YouTube? I got in touch with two of my attorneys in Arizona who deal with YouTube, and they're part of the ones, like when I, back in, 20 years ago when I just sued Chase Manhattan Bank, that they want to lie. So I screenshot everything, and they asked me to send a screenshot, and I refused to. And they wanted to sit there with an ignoramus, rainbow child or whatever, or maybe a government goofy official, or who cares? Or I really don't. But the thing is, I screenshot everything. And if they really wired into the phones, they would know that. Now, even though I get rid of some things, I put things elsewhere. I download things, and they can go back and they can see when things happen, maybe. And anyway, the screenshots I sent to them show them the date when I was talking to Robel, when she says, yeah, she had been on YouTube. She says, oh, wow, I got this. And I was like, oh, wow. So I look, and it says November 3rd, 17th. I said, wow. But I said, the strike that I got was the second strike. And I said, well, it was on the 10th Amendment. The first one was gone. And the first one was cool, but the second one should have never happened. You saw the hearings. They don't have no right to determine what anybody says about the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the 10th Amendment, or anything. And even if we feel some kind of way about the medication, the vaccine, the shot, it is not their business to influence, to predicate, to dictate. But we know the FBI and the CIA hidden is behind it. Now, these people don't get it. There is a war about to come upon them. Fuck this war that these idiots, just through the CERN and all this, that they're amounting and massing up in places you can't see. They're giants and everything else. That don't mean shit. Listen to me. There's a war about to come upon these folks. And these are the same idiots working for that little $28,000, $30,000 a year who don't get it. I don't care if they are if there's Army Corps engineers or whatever, or programmers who have been set up to make everybody misdirection to believe there's someone else. They lie. So I just sent it to my attorneys. Why? Because it's not, they shouldn't be doing that. They should know better by now. So they got a strike. November 17th, it should have came off. I read all of what you call, I stayed within that category and the laws and everything. But see, the thing is, the controllers want people to be dumbed down. They don't want you to have any clue. They want you to be all inclusive to the idiocracy. Like my boy says, this look like federal agents right here watching. I was like, really? That means so they have no sovereignty over me. They have nothing over me. Just all they can do is work in their sociopathic, psychotic mentality. What they don't get is what they're doing to themselves. I don't give a what they've been part of, where they're from, what they believe. If they believe this has happened before and so it's happening again, no. This ain't Groundhog Day, people. See, every time something happens, we change as well. Hence the story of every time a vampire is in a neighborhood, somebody else, an aboriginal, becomes a shadow walker or a werewolf. Not you fake people from somewhere else. You don't have to believe me. I really don't care. You see what I'm saying? I don't care anymore. See those right there? I don't even need those. Trust me. Believe me when I tell you. Won't even be required. Whatever affliction you have, do what I've been telling you. I was on TikTok scrolling through it. Why are all you women on there in your drawers with your butt out? Especially your sisters, all that synthetic hair and your booties, with your bra on. It's not OnlyFans, people. And then China, they want to sit there giving people warning, but they want to see you doing the dumb thing, shaking your booty. Brothers and sisters fighting in restaurants and looking stupid as all be Jesus. Are doing dumb, goofy challenges. They don't know what they should fear and leave alone because they're too stupid. When they do things in hospitals, right? Has it ever occurred to you that a nurse or somebody might come behind and make a correction to the babies, to the younglings? So when you're putting poison in the arm, are you aware that somebody might come behind you from somewhere else to make a correction? They might be afflicted and feel something when they get a little older, but it takes that pain to become like in a cocoon, to become the butterfly they're meant to be. Y'all keep slipping up. And then you send idiots to do idiot things. People ask me, why do you face north? They've been asking me for a long time. I said, well, it's a direction. Usually I'd be fasting right now because I've been coughing up the little yellow. I'm not going to tell you what happened, how this happened. I was breathing one day and something went pow and I smelled something and next thing I was sick. I was like, I said, so that's why, and I will be coming on before my reading to do breathing exercises. I got my little, oh, y'all going to like this. This Kung Fu uniform is 40. I had this in high school, right? I'm going to show y'all this. Now that I know it scares you, but this is my most beautiful one that I've had for 38 years. What I was doing, wushu. So I've had this for 38 years. I don't even know if I can fit it. I haven't worn it. And there is I've had this for 38 years, y'all. I bought this in Halsey in Newark, New Jersey. Halsey, Newark, New Jersey. So I've had it about 40 years. Since I was 16 or 17. About 39, 40 years. I don't know. I'm 56. So yeah, I'm pretty much the same size. It's about an inch and a half taller. instead of 175 pounds, I'm 200 and something pounds. So 165, 70 pounds. So I don't even know if I can fit it. I'm going to meditate in this. So I keep all my stuff. I've got well over 100 of these things, robes and all that kind of stuff from doing shows and cultural affairs in Florida with Grandmaster Cam Lee, Five and Sister Kung Fu. I used to do the robes when I teach on the res because I've been doing this for a long time. So I'll meditate in this because it's silk. I don't have mothballs. I don't need them. I think the stuff is poison. And I'll be wearing this with my 3-button t-shirts. I wear those. I stay traditional. And a pair of my cloth bottom Chinese slippers, and we'll meditate. I would like to go out into the cold and sit out there on a bench or in the dirt. It's better to be closer to the earth. And face north, people. If you're Muslim, face north. If you're Christian, face north. Just entrust me on this. That's why I read it. So that way, maybe it'll dull a mark on you and be like, oh, maybe I should try that. Or give it an attempt. Okay? Alright? And after the breathing and meditation, I'll come back to the reading because on TikTok I like reading at night because there's a lot of people up all kind of weird hours. I'm not here to talk bad about nobody. Nobody. Except for people who are doing bad things, I will say what I got to say about you. Or I don't have to say nothing. You get your just desserts across what you believe. But it was about 12 o'clock. I had to go to the bathroom. Because I didn't go at 8 when I fell asleep. I was like 8:30. I was like, oh, I better go to the bathroom. Pee. So I don't like getting up in the middle of the night. I like to sleep till about, whatever. If I got to wake up, I'll wake up in the bed. I'll just lay there and then go back to sleep. I'll wake up again. Because I had a dream I'm not going to share with y'all. It was an excellent dream. Powerful. So I was in the bathroom. I came back and I says, well, let me go ahead and tell everybody, y'all have a grand night. I'll be doing a reading around the same time. And a couple other things. So Lamone's Jr. and a few other people there. LPJ and when I turned it on, there's a sister. She's not a friend, dancing. She done had some work done, but you can see that she got a piercing. It's a ring. Scrolled up real quick. I don't see that. It's a big 400-pound cat. I don't know if he's got 3 or 5 computer screens like he's Star Trek. All in yellow, dressed like Pikachu. Yellow face, the Pikachu ears, and he's talking like he's in his mom's basement. Like, hey, and I said, wait a minute. Then there's this young gentleman. He knows he's Aboriginal. He knows this is the land. Beautiful. But he's getting stuff about the Anunnaki and this, that, and the other. And it's all right. But the verbiage is coming out this young man's mouth. Many people have come over to him because they don't know that people like me who have been doing this since 77, 75, exists. He doesn't know that we're the reason why, besides the liars who push her out of Africa and all this other crap. Put little buns on their head and walking around because they know they like to get piped in the butt. Telling lies who are confused. He's attempting to break free, and it's a beautiful thing. But when he's sitting there going, TikTok, don't remove this video. Don't worry about TikTok. Don't worry about none of them. As if that's the only platform in place. I wanted to actually comment and say, you're doing a wonderful thing, but don't worry about that. Just by letting him do his thing, because I love the fact he's sharing information he's going to learn. He is going to learn. Because I've commented on, I follow him. Going back. But some people get complex. And it becomes an intrepid ego thing. Over here, everybody, they believe I'm Spanish. I said, stop it. I'm Aboriginal. I'm not black. I'm not Indian. I'm not Spanish. I'm not Chinese. I'm not none of that. I'm man. What the fuck is you have a hard time interpolating? I have many brothers and sisters who look all kind of ways. I walk not against the fire. I walk to the fire because the fire is within me. So why not? And see, people think the fire means I don't have no matches or lighters up there. Flame. No. Why is that our ancestors walked the circle of fire, the fire circle? It is to gather up what they couldn't because the natural resource of the energy around them was displaced because of destruction. That is something we didn't have to do long ago. That was a new ceremony like ghost, they call it ghost dancing. Actually, it's sung in rhythm. It's going out there and just chanting and rhythmic harmony and dancing. Feet on the earth, Father in the sky. That's all it is. These words are meaningless. It's like that word meaningless. It's absolutely an abstract phenomenon created to keep people from what we believe to be the truth. Y'all know y'all wonder, right? So a Saigon ground burnt cinnamon, till I heat it up. It's a little more robust. I like bitter. Bitters are good for you. Maple and cinnamon, organic, of course. Not that that means anything no more. Blueberries, about a quarter of a cup. Ganejo, bananas, and manuka honey. And half a cup of water, boiling. Oh, and little parts of kale. Fabuloso. I just wish that, forget wishing, that's not even good. I could break that down for you. Wishing ain't the greatest thing either, so don't do that. When your mind, when the state of our, I'm using these words, and I know you understand, when the state of our mind is not clear, it is not relevant to our actual factual truth. When we say wish, it's like saying abracadabra, which means speak it into reality. It's like everybody drinking the Monster Energy, they kill themselves and they don't even get it. They don't even get what they're doing. It's a pickup. It's like smoking, those people like to smoke spice or that hybrid weed. It's right now, weed never killed nobody. Now it's messing people up, heart and everything. You don't wish for nothing. You don't want for nothing. Everything is here. You claim what is yours. What makes you think because they've conditioned you into a line, you got a bunch of jackboot idiots running around who don't know no better, that which they don't have no rulership over this land. They really don't. Their enforcers are ignorant, so they're the ones telling you don't go in the forest, don't. But when you go to the places that are really closer to your roots, the Grand Canyons and them caves, there's other ones out there that nobody knows about. You just got to be an explorer if you want to take the time to do that. You get black out uniform individuals and people from other lands who ain't from here, from our earth, protecting that and making sure that either you disappear or you don't go down there. And these people have learned these are trigger pullers. They care not one way or the other. The thing is, they'll reap theirs too. It doesn't matter. Trust me, they believe they're going to be like Admiral and they're going to go somewhere or somebody else. I'm using Admiral because we read the story. Whether it's true or not, don't worry about that. I'm just telling you who you are compared to who you think you are. Who knows the dogma of race and when it was created and by who? The races of men have nothing, it's an epitaph. It has nothing to do with the truth of who we are. When I told the story about the Caesarians or whatever, there's about 20 different words and names. And I read some of it yesterday. The fact that our perversion is not just a curse, it's something we've been manipulated by outside forces. And you'll see them again, they're all over the walls and everybody wants to ignore them. Why? Because Hollywood took narrative, part of Hollywood, who created Hollywood, which you know the story about Hollywood, wine, blah, blah, you know, the old sages, blah, 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 has nothing to do with us. But everything to do with the melanated people who fell because they lost their connect to the earth. They deemed themselves to require more of Tartaria, to misuse the forces that the Anakim helped us with. Once we expelled the Anunnaki and we dispelled the custodians, and they're real, whether you believe it or not. Then the animals are everywhere, written even on the walls, even the graves, who are manipulated, half human, whatever. Once we expelled them, we became corrupt. So what was that? Leprosy and leopardom, albino and albinism. When I tell you about Hannibal betraying his cousin Alexander the Great because he had loved a woman who now suffered, who had became clean, was now pale. And in the wars of the Moors, those are all our, I'm not saying that the Ashkenaz are our relatives. I think they're from another land, somewhere else, bro. Because we are war. We're not warlike. We never kept war going. No. You see the perversions of their work and how they hide behind a single word, Shemitic, that don't belong to them, because if you know about Gomer from Yaphet and Ashkenaz, they're Gentiles. So how can all these Christians and pastors and all of them run around the Jews? Because they're afraid they're bound in together. Now, I shared a video and it said 305.1c. That's 503.1c. All right, so whatever. Apples and oranges, who cares? People know what I meant. I'm tired of this language, y'all. I'm a linguist. I love studying languages. When are people going to have a little bit of clarity and relegate themselves to stop being a fiction? Every day I see people who are talking so much garbage and they have 1,000 people watching. I'm sitting there going, well, like I said, it's not for the masses, it's for the few. And when they catch on, they'll be too late. I might start removing some of my videos. Even though it's a good thing to get views and all that, there's so much. When I learned how to corn stomp, I went to a corn stomp festival and I watched the corn stomp festival. I was like, what are they doing? They done made up some stuff. They didn't put their fingers in the dirt. They didn't have the women lay down. They didn't honor them by sprinkling water over their foreheads and over their womb, the stomach. Fresh water. The children sprinkling it over them. The elders. And the men standing on the four corners of the corn patch filled before the harvest, all before growing it. And then the men and women would put their finger in the dirt and they would look up, not say nothing. And at the very end, just give it out, everybody. And it would be so loud. That's what I remember. What is this y'all doing now? What is that? What is that corn stomp? Y'all doing jingle dancing and stuff? What are y'all doing? What is that? That's Mongolian. That's not what we did. I just stay quiet and watch. Okay. But some Navajos watching me by myself. I didn't have a woman to lay there in the field. I wasn't not pro. And my corn grew taller than theirs. That GMO stuff. All different colors. Y'all, some of y'all know me on Facebook. Y'all seen the corn I grew out there. 12 rows, 3 sisters. And that's the importance of who we are. Hey, Caramillo, Moonfray, Mama Red, Rondo. Y'all just popped up. I ain't know anybody was up in here. They ain't saying nothing. What's going on? Both to the world to sing. What's happening? I'm about Lloyd. What's going on, baby boy? I'm all about APJR. What's going on? I'm all about. I came on because I felt like I had to talk about this, y'all. Because it's. No, let me say something. Am I saying I'm right? No, you know me. I'm not saying do the research. Pull up something and break it down because it's a big puzzle. Everything is right there in front of us. The thing is, it's not all together. And people take stuff and run with it. And I'll be sitting there like this. And you know what most people who are emotionally unstable and detached say? Why don't you tell them? Why don't you just ask me to tell you? Because that's why you're acting that way. I'm very direct. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I did a lot of comments, so every once in a while I'll be one that kind of silly or stupid, hey, what's going on? But it's not about that. I just don't get it, man. It's not meant for me to get it. It's meant for me to keep doing what I'm doing, but deep down inside, I can't. That's a real feeling. I just don't get it. I accept what I see because it's there. But I know it's fragmented and it's fiction. And people are choosing that because they've been raised and nurtured into that lie. Or they've accepted their part, the role they play. It shows you the ignorance. We got 13 people watching, 8 likes. So that tells you 5 people are fractured and broken. There's nothing I can do for them. I don't even know why they're here watching. I'm not here to prove nothing to you. Either you understand, you get it, or you keep it moving. Very direct, because I really don't care. Why you might think I care because I'm pointing it out? No, I'm pointing it out because it shows the litany, or the litany of your ideology. It shows where you stand. It shows your weakness in your corroboration with your deception. Regardless of what you do or who you are, it matters to me not. That was delicious. Now I am taking a zinc, one that I pressed. I put it into an old zinc bottle. I was talking with a beautiful lady yesterday who's on me and Original Lone Wolves and a few others when we have our little meeting. And I told her that you can go and you could buy presses. Actually, pick mine up at Flagstaff. You could buy presses where you can get your own raw materials. You can get your seashells. My zinc comes from seashells and a few natural herbs that I dry in the oven. And some of y'all watched me in the past do activated charcoal and stuff like that. So what I do is I press my own, because all the stuff that most of these companies sell is full of binders, fillers, just stuff. Don't take vitamin C if it's got folic acid. Just go to the store if they got natural plants, right? Rose petals and dandelion leaves, eucalyptus. Go and get that and eat. Just eat that. Get all the vitamin C in the world, and you're getting some fiber. Seriously, I buy in Flagstaff when I go to Sprouts. I always order a case of the edible plants, edible flowers. I don't have any. I haven't been to Flagstaff because I ain't had to buy no weed. The last time I went to Flagstaff was on the 3rd of the month before when I picked up my new truck. When I traded, the old truck in for my new truck. 2020 for the 2022. That's what I mean when I say old truck. And I was going to trade my motorcycle in, my gold lane, but I think I'm going to keep that. And so I pressed my own. I get that from when I used to box. Muhammad Ali used to have he used to have a guy that used to make his vitamins that were, Kentucky, like, grind his stuff up and make his shakes and stuff. So when we used to be out there boxing and stuff, it was the same mentality. Like, Joe Weider wasn't nothing to us. He was steroid man in the beginning. If y'all know what I'm talking about. While Lee Haney and Arnold Schwarzenegger, all of them had to have bypasses and stents and this, that, and other. Frank Colombo, he died. He just said, fuck it. He was a doctor. Colombo and Frank Zane. I was really big into powerlifting things, so I was really big into powerlifting, y'all. Big. Like, somebody asked me one day, it was like, you always, I was on the ship, you always benching 375. Can you push 415? I said, I never had to. And I'm repping 375, like 6-8 reps. Man, I went up to 565 like it wasn't nothing. At that time, I was 185 pounds. You know how many more times of my weight? And then deadlifting, squatting. And I was tearing my body up. I used to load AIM 9 sidewinders on the side of an F-18 when we first converted from the A7 to the F-18 off a Christmas tree by myself. AIM 9. Just pick it up off the Christmas tree, put it up, slam it in, bam! Have my IFR pin, go up to the front after I lock it in, get the check from the AT. Come on, guys. And everybody that knows me remembers those days. And loading 500 pounders, which is me and my boy Derek Walker, who made Senior Chief. We just be loading them 500 pounders with hernia bars. That's a 5-man job. 2 on the front, 2 on the back, and 1 in the middle of the guy. It's just me and him going crazy and then run over to help the 14 to sound get guys. That's why they call us the Marauders. VFA 82 from VA 82 when I was A7s. Corsairs. Yeah. Bubblegum, Band-Aid, and duct tape. Oh, and safety wire. That's how we kept those together. Yeah, I'm that kind of, yeah. You know what I mean? I love sharing my stories of history. Because then we don't have a lot of storytellers. Everything's going to be in the pen or from the jail or everything negative, which is not. I believe only 3 people should be doing that. I love when my brother McMean is bringing certain things up because he's going in the right direction. Okay, Solo, I follow him, but I don't like what he's doing. It's like some kind of ego shit. I don't know what the fuck that is. And there's other goofies out there. You know, they booty bandits. I don't respect none of them, so I don't follow them. I'm not going to throw their names out there. They know not to come over here because I'll put their ass out there. When I lived in Brooklyn and when I lived in the Bronx. I mean, it is what it is. You know? A bunch of fruities running around. So what? That's what they want. That's what they choose. It's not going to be good for them in the end. They better get themselves together. That's all I got to say. If you're gay, I'm not saying you. It's not going to be. You be all right. I'm not saying you're going to be all right. Trust me. I'm talking about these ones who are deceiving the people. And those ones who are being perverse. You ain't going to like how the end goes. And that's what the story of the Pale Wolf and the Dark was all about. Because a lot of people think, see, this is all divisive tactics. Right now, you have people who are so flamboyantly gay, I don't even think they're from here. They're just, not flamboyant, but just so perverse. And you want to mess with the children? You can hide behind all the makeup and dresses you want. And you women that's advocating that, you can act like you big, the neighborhood watch or whatever, and best mommy in the world, it don't matter. Everybody's gonna have to answer. They give you judgment. And I'm telling you, it's totally different from that. Actually, it's actually worse than that. Doesn't mean that it's bad, but it's worse than that. I would love to see people actually come around for once in their life. For once in this short, umbilical, severed life that you have. And actually connect back to the source. Because you can connect to the source while you're here. You can connect to the source while you're here. I'm going to say that one more time. You can connect to the source, which is paramount, while you're here. Put away the word matrix and all this other. The sister's a beautiful one. I visit her in Harlem. That created the original eye of the original one before it was stolen by 2 Jews, fake ones. I say that without biting my tongue. I wish somebody would challenge me. I use every one of their scriptures and everything perverse in real history. And they don't want to do that. They don't want to have that debate. Because I'm not a debater. I'm just going to point it to their face and say, so, this is with this fucked up language and this is what you want, so I'm going to give it to you. I don't care about your fast talking and where, and all that goofy stuff. You try to marry into our family, and that was not even, it became love, but when they did it, it was to mess our DNA up. That's how perverted they are. That's what my great-grandma used to say. Oh, they married and just trying to mess us up. I said, well, why you go to church? Oh, I'm just keeping up a show. I've been doing it for so long. Why not? He said, well, most of it's our story anyway. I'm like, what? Where do you think I got it from? The knowledge. Whenever I hear people talking about, we're not Hebrew, I'm like, you don't even know what the fuck a Hebrew is. See, they're going on the fact that they probably got their ass cussed out on some corner in Philly or wherever, Delaware, whatever, right? Or you was a good old Christian at the time. Or you went through some time where you lost somebody and you want to curse God or whatever, and that's not even the proper word. I always tell people to stop worrying about his name. You don't know it. It's hidden. It's even hidden from the idiots who think they know it. Trust me. We change. Everything can change. Anything can change. If you can be misdirected and gifted in a lie, you can be brought back. For those who are big adamant on it, those are the ones pay attention to how they're taking things away, but they're not giving you nothing to supplement. You can't just take, it's like a dope fiend. The alphabet boys and them working with the enemy is you're on drugs and you don't even know it. They took away and they haven't given you nothing. It's like everybody, I respect some of these cats, Cincinnati, Chicago, who are doing what they're doing, they're arguing and talking about fairy god, man, but they don't know nothing about anything. Because if you start asking about Spreet, this, that, and the other, well, what are you thinking about the dome? You really the earth is fat, and you can't have a cordial conversation with somebody who's not even part of the luminaries who understands something of difference. Contextually, who's just about walking the streets based upon his own fundamental ideology that has nothing to do with the source or order. Now, if somebody thinks that's sourceful and order, I just leave you alone. See, I know how to shadow walk away. you remember what I told you about shadowing? Okay. I think you get where I'm coming from. That's why it's important to break down this fucked up language. It has a lot of words in it. It started with ours. It did, literally. When I was in England, I heard the language they actually spoke over there. I was like, well, it's not this shit. It's corporation with a whole lot of that. Germanic and Spanish, French. You want to say close to patois? No. Take your ass to Louisiana. You can hear patois, the Caribbean, Haiti or whatever. I'll go back in the backwoods. You can hear people's original languages. You be sitting there going, what you say? And you think that they're the ones bumbling with the language. It's you who's actually bumbling with the language. They understand yours and speak theirs. If I'm wrong, you're from Louisiana, you know what I'm talking about. Don't get that shit over there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody asks me, why you say children? That's what I've always said. Mater, cater. It's not ignorance. Who would want to formulate a correction of a language that have never really existed? But those who want to keep people stuck somewhere where they shouldn't be. They have you believing that you're actually intelligent, intellectually better than somebody else. It's all a caste and a structured system to make people believe they're above or below somebody else. I keep telling you, no, you're not. Most people know I'm well read. People have a hard time dealing with that thing. You see what I'm saying? Look at that over there. I remember I used to be on the corner, the guys drinking vodka, pop off at 5 o'clock, right? What you doing, man? You know, I'm like, fuck. My pops would be like, come on, this get out the way. He's about to step on over and do his cat. Oh. Jim boy, I'm like, what the fuck? Now I was confused, man. Any of y'all remember that? Oh, man. Oh, come on. I'm talking about in the 70s. I was like, why not? This one, not trying that orange jubilee. I was saying orange jubilee. Orange jubilee. Now, even I say orange jubilee. Orange jubilee. I don't even say orange jubilee. Orange jubilee. It's just nice cream. You know what I'm saying? We're if you want to use the word magical, go ahead. We're magical. I don't want to say we're fictional and shit, but you know what it is. And so I become that. I embody that. Though I'm youthful because I have a childlike heart, which the enemy wants to destroy. They can't destroy nothing. They can cut it out. They can tice it up. They can be all perverse and do the things they're doing and use it against you. But look at them. They want to betray this mankind for what? No, man, this is the end of the road. See, that's their biggest mistake. They really haven't been paying attention because even that which compels them is not telling them the truth. Otherwise, they would have just came in. Why do you think they study? Why do you think they're watching before they attack? They want to use other humans to attack. Is this red? Is this red? Is this part white? Is this black and worn? Are they really? I'm gonna let y'all think about that. You think I'm gonna say something else? Or you think I'm gonna give some more tea? No, I want you to use your brain. I want you to use your gut. Your brain has even more than you'd be surprised. Both of them are thinkers. You just haven't made the connection because you haven't been nurtured in the proper way to think with both. When you get hungry, what do? You think it's up here, right? Don't you feel it down here? It registers up here because you see here? No, it's all from here. Your brain isn't registering that you're hungry. That's the misguidance and misconception of false teaching that predicates something else. Think about it for a minute. When you get hungry, what do you feel it at? And it transpires to where? In your mouth, right? Your mouth waters. So when you want to feel satiated, then your brain complies with the stomach. Because now you start thinking, did I eat too much? Now you're questioning yourself based on the redundancy of the feeling of your stomach, which is oversaturated. You see what I'm saying? And your eyes can sometimes register because of false interpretations that relay a message of negativity because it's been raised and nurtured in a lie to seek out the donut, the high carb pasta, no fiber, the sugar and salted sauce that you don't even know how to make, which you don't have to make with either, and to remove from the condensed oils, which are bad triglycerides for your vet, because you don't know better. You just see what everything's out there displayed. So what did I say to y'all for the last month or two, right? I said when you walk into the grocery store, first thing you see is donuts, fried chicken, like a little soup thing, right? Flowers, dinner, where you can gamble at, customer service. But when you walk over, you either go to the left or the right. Toiletries, produce, and when you use the produce, you can't even smell the oranges or the apples, the bananas, the vegetables. And you know what somebody said to me in a message? Yeah, but it's a big store. I said, yeah, you're right. I let them be right where they at. So if you're watching, if you're still there, and now maybe you might get it. It wasn't for me to explain it to you. It's for you to use your brain or use your gut instincts instead of letting your feelings emotionally distribute a bunch of letters and words that don't mean shit. So anyway, you go to the produce department, right? You can't even smell the apples. But when you was growing up walking down the street and the pineapple tree and this, that, and other, and you're under a dome in a big sky, and you smell all the berries and the junipers and this, that, and even the oranges. When you're walking by a pecan tree in Florida, you can smell the pecans. But you go up in there. Well, you heard about the atrazine, whatever chemical they're shooting even in organic fruit. The Mexicans, you sons of bitches, are spraying down there, the ones who are working on the produce for the government, spraying the pesticides on the supposedly organic. Like we can't grow this stuff here. Y'all pissing me off, man. And I don't want to start working on herb stuff. I want y'all to come around and stop your nonsense. I'm not asking you either. So anyway, this is what we're dealing with. And nobody's saying anything. What Bill Gates did, illegal. You think any of them could buy land? Like, really? Y'all really believe? They're all in it together. And right now, everybody got the Republicans back in, right? They're in the majority. Do you think they're any different from the Democrats? They're slow or death. They're all in it together. Trump in the beginning, you niggas, you goofy dumb Negroes, you goofy dumb niggas, and everything Spanish, you voted against that motherfucker who did y'all more help than anybody. But then he went against you because he saw what was going on. And that wasn't about the regular people. It was, he said, God damn it, I got him 20 times saying that the ones come over here with sick and solemn, this, that, and other, he has no problem with. It was the drug dealers and the cartels he had a problem with, and he knew about because he was draining the swamp with the CIA and everything. Well, the moment they got him out of office, you see they went right back to the corrupt ways. But y'all are too stupid to pay attention to anything. Now, he's going to be vindictive. They got him. He's going to come at you. He's going to be, I think he's going to be worse than Biden was. And then again, I could be wrong. I don't really care. It's y'all. Y'all the ones that need to care because that's where you're stuck at. If I'm wrong, say, you're Red, you're wrong. And I just look at you and go, yeah, okay, whatever. Bunch of dumb fucks. We got emotionally unstable niggas locked up in a gang and they want to go at Charleston White. Yeah, I'm making that man rich, you bunch of goopers. Old motherfuckers in LA and Chicago and all that walking around talking about GD and all that goofy shit. Own this park, smart block. You don't own nothing, you retarded fucks. And you still have people out there running around murdering this, that, and other. There's no grace for you. There's no saving grace or anything. So, I mean, why are you even holding on? What you holding on to? Anyway, I spoke long enough. When I come back on, we're going to get a little breathing exercises in. I need it anyway. Dispel some more of this phlegm. I didn't take... How many of y'all know about this? I think I showed you yesterday. Let me get my hands up again. Did I bring it up? Yeah, you know what? I got some right here and I got some downstairs. All right, I have this one. This is the smaller one. This is from Sprouts. This is the smaller one. There's only like a few drops in there. But I'm also using this one. So I got a few of these. This one I ain't even opened yet. Mulanese, it's about 92 drops. And then I take my liquid chlorophyll. I have a few of these. All right. And this shit is really good, y'all. Peak Performance. I don't do their powders. The powders I don't trust. And you know that they have deep lung, which is pretty much the same thing. Now, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna tell you, don't get this. If you like CBD, this is 300 micrograms. Don't get gold. You see, I haven't even used it all. This is garbage. Why is it there? Because I'm dealing with the company. I told them I might bring a lawsuit against them for bringing in some pure bullshit. Because I'm like that, y'all. If I purchase something from you for the purpose of keeping this, maintaining this body, you better not sit around playing. And then there's liquid zinc. Liquid zinc, excellent. Now I have form that I press, but this right here by Trace Ionic. You know how the zinc's pulled from that? 50 milligrams, and it only takes, if I remember right, I haven't used this in about 2.5 weeks. I think it's like a quarter of a teaspoon or something like that. So it's 1.25 drops. So 1 droppers. So, and it's really, really good. I ain't gonna lie. I was surprised. Look at how the zinc. Look at this is from it for sitting for 3 weeks. You see the zinc in there? Now I gotta shake it up. Oh, it's real. Oh, if you know zinc, you know how it smells. Oh, it's real. This is the real deal. Holy Phil. See how it's breaking up? Let me shake it up some more. Oh, it's real zinc. This ain't. If you work in the hospital, you know what I'm talking about. On the pharmacy? Yeah. If you know, then you know. If you don't know, you don't know. And you gotta have something on your stomach. So almost. All right, here we go. Shake it up a little more. It's almost. And that's zinc. If you Google it, look it up. Almost. So anyway, let me see. Where's the line at? So for those, it's almost gone. I just got to shake it a little more. And that's real zinc, people. Ionic. And let me tell you something, man. So if you're fighting a cold or whatever, you get feeling like you get some phlegm, you want to make sure you get your mullein leaf. And if you can get it without the alcohol, get the tincture without the alcohol. And use it accordingly. You don't have to overdo it. I would say use it for 3 or 4 days, the load. Take a day or 2 off. Stay away from vitamin C. If you're going to eat an orange, eat the whole thing like I used to do. Eat the whole lemon and the whole orange. I'm talking about scrub it. If you got one of those little things that can break it up and get all the pesticide off of there, eat the whole. There's more vitamin C and oils in what's called nuclear oil, whatever, on the orange pill and a lemon or lime pill than there is in the orange, in the pectin. Okay? So I'll probably do this tonight before I go to sleep. And there we go. Whoo, chow. And let me read it again. So that's you shake well using the meter dropper. Take 0.5 to 1.25 milliliters. So yeah. It used to be on here. You're looking like. Yeah, you can read it. It's on there. So this one's right about that. So I'll probably take this tonight before I go to sleep. I'll probably got a day or two to get all this yellow out. Because everybody was looking at me like, you don't look like you're sick. Well, I'm not sick. I've got whatever you guys are walking around all jabbed up or putting on. But I'll be all right. And I said, but I just don't want y'all to be around me. I just want to be around you. You know, I tell them just like that. You know, people are scary. I mean, there's still a body that I'm perfecting. And it doesn't come without the episodes. I know some of you are going, what about the anxiety? Dude, if it comes, it's all right. I just breathe. I go for a walk. That's something from my body in my youth, my ignorance. I'm not knowing how to properly do things and causing more damage. Even though with youth, we feel like we're invincible, we're strong as an ox. It's doing more damage. You know, anybody loading an AIM-9 when it takes 3 to 4 people loaded, or loading 500-pound bombs when it takes 5 people and there's only 2 of us doing it, benching all that heavy weight in those compound moves, stupidity. So that's why I tell people like, now, just leave the bench alone, leave the full squats alone, dude. Get some neat, you know, some lunges. You build up them same teardrops and everything, quads and all that. You tighten up your glutes. Just trust me. Do you some 21s about 3 times. Get you some regular push-ups. Bop out 100, 150 push-ups. Take a day off. Take a minute or 2 in between each exercise. Go walk for about 45 minutes to an hour. Trust me, with your youth and the testosterone, and eat appropriately and take a couple of days and fast, you'll have more gains, you'll be stronger, and you'll have less damage. What am I doing right now? It's called, like y'all said, y'all want reparations. I'm calling repair. I'm calling it reparation of the body. I want to repair what's been damaged. All right? So let me go ahead and shut it down, guys. And I'll be back in about an hour and a half, and we'll get it going and run it through. One thing, you're right. One day at a time. That's all it takes. I mean, hey, I'm about 57, so I mean, you got to keep pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? And if you walk a certain walk, and you really lived it, and you found a way to be able to share it, you need to do so. If you come across information you believe pertinent that you've found, you need to share it. Even if you're wrong, you still need to share it. You know what I'm saying? Everything is not about being right. You dig? It's about how we can actually really learn something. All right? So anyway, y'all have a great day, ladies, gents, and I'll holler at y'all later. Black Wild Indian. What's going on? I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a grand day.